if you are hosting an in-person event and you are the host and it's your event, you need to make sure that you are doing everything you can to make your guests feel welcome. And that is being at the door, welcoming them as they arrive. But I will talk about that in a bit more detail. Avoid filler words. So if you are doing a event like this where you're talking directly to a camera or you're in person, try and avoid the ums and the R's. It's really difficult and it takes time to do, but do if you can. If you are standing up in front of a group of people and talking, practice. Again, it's going back to that planning, is practice as much as you can. And try to either pause or be very aware of what you're saying so you can cut the ums and the R's out. Smile when you talk. It changes everything. It really does. And also it shows that you're enjoying yourself. And ultimately, if you are hosting an event, whether it's a business event, a personal event, whatever it is, you should be enjoying yourself. There's nothing to say that these things have to be serious all the time. And absolutely, if you're putting this on and you put your heart and soul into it, you should be enjoying it. So a smile goes a long, long way. Create a welcoming atmosphere when you're creating your event, whether it be in person or online. Try and be as welcoming as you can. There's lots of things that you can do. So a warm greeting, I've talked about this already. Your first impressions really count. Set the tone from the very start. Greet each guest individually if you can. So if you're online, obviously depending on how many people there are and you're expecting at your event, but if you can, greet them individually. If it's an in-person, stand at the door and greet them. If it's online, as you see people pop up on your Zoom or whatever it is you're talking on, try and greet them individually. Share the details of the event, what to expect. So if you are doing an online event, you can say this is expected to be however many minutes. We'll have a break at this time. Obviously, if it's a longer event, this is when we're due to finish. If you're recording the event, let people know because they may want to turn their cameras off or change the names or whatever. It's up to them, obviously. But let people know what to expect. If it's an in-person event, you need to be a bit more specific. Let them know about the details of the venue. Where do they get a drink? How do they get a drink? Is there food available? Most importantly, the toilets. Let them know where the toilets is. And also guide them to wherever it is they need to go. And depending on the size of the event, of course, you might need to point out things like fire escapes and such like. But you'll obviously know that depending on the event that you're doing. Ambience, create ambience. This is probably more for an in-person event, but if you've got an event where people are coming on, say for example a networking event where you've got people joining, you might have a 20-minute period where people are joining. Walking into a cold, empty, soundless room is quite intimidating and actually is not setting the tone. So if you can, put some music on, maybe have some tea and coffee in the background and introduce people. And I think this is one of the things that I am very adamant about, especially if it's a smaller event. So maybe if you've got maybe less than 20 people, is make a point of, as a good host, welcoming those people at the door, taking them in and then introducing them to somebody. So take them straight in. Oh, here's such and such. They're from this business or whatever it is. So you can actually really guide them. And also that releases you then. So you've done a great hosting. You've been really friendly. You've introduced them to someone straight away so they're not stood on their own. And then you can get back to your event hosting duties. Ask an easy question to break the ice. I'm not talking about icebreakers here. Not at all. It's just to get on a more of a personal level with people as they come in, especially if they're coming in an in-person event. When they arrive, you might want to say to them, oh, did you find us easy? Have you had a long journey here? How's your morning been? Just something just to break the ice. So something really easy, but general, short chit chat. But it's always nice. It makes someone feel welcome straight away and seen. I think that's a nice thing to see. You never want to walk into an event and see all these people talking and you're just walking on your own. There's nothing worse, is there? So make that person feel seen and feel welcome. Introduce them to other people. And then you can crack on with your event. And your energy is their energy. So if you're at the door greeting people with a big smile on your face and making them feel welcome, that is just going to spread. So you're setting the tone from the outset.